Good morning everyone. I'm blessed and slightly honored that so many people have joined us for this live webinar about conducting parent and teachers conferences. So, without further ado, we've got a special speakers which I'm very excited, or all of us are very excited about. So, let's move on. First of all, for anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Stephanie B. Maurilio, and today's session, we're pleased to welcome Mr. Swan, a very special guest from Christian Colleges of Southeast Asia.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we will be learning a new lesson that pertains to conducting a parent-teacher conference. My name is Neil Clemens F. Suwon, and today I will be your first presenter. Parent-teacher conference can become productive when they are carefully planned and the teacher is skillful enough in handling such conference. Skills in conducting a parent-teacher conference can be developed. And with that, I would like to present to you the first step, the plan making. Under the plan making, there are 4 bullets, and I will be explaining them to you one by one. First bullet, we have review your goals. By conducting a parent-teacher conference, we are planning to have or achieve certain goals. And for that, we have to consider and review our goals itself. In this ways, we will be able to thoroughly address issues that we are trying to resolve. If the solutions are attainable and can be executed by both parents and teachers. Second bullet, we have organize the information to present. We have to organize and categorize issues that we present. By conducting a parent-teacher conference, ideas should be clear and well organized. By laying out and categorizing information from both simple to complex ideas, we are creating a well-ironed conference discussion that would discuss and resolve issues. Third bullet, we have make points to cover and questions to ask. We should have a clear and concise points of agenda to have a smooth flow of discussion. By aligning the points, we are also creating a scope and limitation of ideas to guide and address certain issues. Also, we have to consider the questions that are to be asked and give answers to it. By preparing such a thing, we are also educating ourselves with new and useful information that would be used further within the discussion. Fourth and the last bullet. If portfolios are brought, select and review carefully. Portfolios are compilations of work that are being put together. As an educators, portfolios are an important tool for us to have a clear guide. It can be the output of the students or the enlisted activities of the teacher as a whole. In terms of parent-teacher conference, it can help us as a guide for the flow of the topics to be discussed. We have to thoroughly review everything from top to bottom for us to be knowledgeable enough and to be intellectually equipped within the discussion.
Thank you so much, Mr. Swan. That was very interesting discussion. So, let's proceed to the next guidelines for a good conference. So, the next one is start positive and maintain a positive focus. We all know that whatever kind of conference, we must start with positive vibes or either positive introduction in order to get the interest of the audience. And they are comfortable listening to you until the session was done. And to make the conference more interesting, we must present students' strong points first. By that, we can ensure that we can get first their interest and they are eager to listen. And also, we must help them, and if they cannot get the point, it is the time that we will provide examples in order for them to get the main point or idea of what are the things that you are trying to explain. By that, we can observe each achievements because they understood the flow already. Lastly, we must compare the early and later work so that we can determine what are lacking so that they can improve it. Having this kind of strategies will somehow help them observe what are the things that they must do and not do. By that, they would come up with a productive outcome. The speakers speak and express their opinions about the parents and teachers conferences. So now let's move on to the next speaker, Andrea Tautuan.
In conducting parent-teacher conference, the teacher must also include the parents of the students in the discussion by encouraging them to participate and share information. In order to have a good conference, teachers must be ready anytime to cater parents' suggestions and questions. In every conference, there are parents that raise questions regarding their child's academic progress and social behavior, and the teacher must be willing to listen and willing to answer questions from the parents.
Thank you, Ms. Tautuan. And now let's move on to another guidelines for the good conference to be discussed to us by the next speaker, Ms. Glamour Rose Navarro.
Hello everyone, my name is Glamour and I will be discussing the fourth guidelines of a good conference, which is plan actions effectively or cooperatively. In order to have a good conference, it needs to have a good action plan as well. A cooperative action refers to a structured approach that encourages or shared responsibility for the development, implementation, and monitoring of students' educational plans. So in order to create an action plan, there must be some steps to be followed. This is in order to avoid mistakes and to follow the said plan accordingly. And after planning, summarize at the end. Planning actions cooperatively is an important guidelines in order to create a good conference.
Okay, Ms. Navarro explained it very well. So now let's move on to another guidelines to be discussed to us by the next speaker, Mr. Surigao.
Good day, everyone. I am Janino Surigao. To continue the topic about conducting parent-teacher conferences. When the conference are about to end, you as a teacher, you must end the conference with remarks to the parents for lending their time to attend in this important meeting, and also giving feedbacks to the performance of their children. When giving comments, you should remember these two important factors. First is, comments should not be vague generality. By giving comments, you as a teacher should be clear and concise on addressing the problems, and comments regarding with their children's performance in school should also be clear. This is a great factor to remember because it can help for the parents to be aware if their children needs full of their attention, and also can fill the gap of their children themselves. Another important factor to remember when giving feedbacks during a parent-teacher conference is comments should be true. It should be true because there are some instances that parents will not believe to the teacher's feedback to their children because they know that their child are not capable of doing this and not like that. So for your feedbacks to be true and credible, you as a teacher should also show some evidences such as report cards and performance sheets for you to have assurance to show to the parents. Also, showing some evidences will also make the parents to be aware of the performance of their child because it reflects to the grades of the child. That is why comments and feedbacks should contain these two factors to have a smooth running conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Surigao. And last speaker that we have today is Mr. March Louis Lumampo.
Educational leadership depends on human relation. It's all about relationship at every level. Relationship with teaching staff, administrative staff, and student. Therefore, good relation between leader and his school teachers are very important for the school improvements and the overall performance of teacher. Teacher and student relationship is also very important. A good relation between them will lead the school to better performance and academic achievements, which will be success on the part of leader. Therefore, it is the responsibility of a leader to provide them better environment where teachers and students could develop better relationship, get together from time to time and tour of teachers and students outside the school, arrange co-curricular activities in the school where teachers and students both participate. Teacher and parent relationship is vital to achieve better academic result and enhance the performance of student because the students spend more time at home than at school. So it is important for a teacher to guide the parents about the strength and weaknesses of their child. So it is the responsibility of a leader to organize parent and teacher meetings on regular basis to develop better relationship between them.
So thank you so much everyone for joining our live webinar.